Damn. What else was space?
Can you hear me?
Everyone, welcome to Business is the Chat. My name is Mulebogeng Matipili. I'm a strategic consultant. I am the host of Business is the Chat and the face behind Mosalute. So I'm going to give you a brief over of what Mosalute does. Mosalute is a strategic driven company that provides that creates projects and programs, provide business solutions, offer strategy and brainstorming sessions, and yeah, basically I help people execute their dreams and put them to life. You know, and the reason for Business is the Chat is to talk to different entrepreneurs, find out about their business journeys and the business challenges. Because part of what I do is create opportunities out of problems and find solutions, and also find out how I can help as a strategic consultant. Um, and also to network and to share insights and to help one another, because from an entrepreneur to an entrepreneur we can learn from each other, and hopefully we could collaborate and work together. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our first guest speaker, Kingsley. Can you please tell us about yourself and what you do? You are on mute.
So, hi guys, my name is Kingsley Kadi. I'm a DJ. I'm from West Rand, Mushaki, and yeah, that's basically the shortest version of what I can say right now. My intro.
Uh, Nomsa, please introduce yourself. Tell us a bit about what you do.
Hi guys, my name is Nosa, aka Bunjulala Bunjus, all the way from West Rand, and I am an upcoming actress.
Nice. Danny, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi guys, my name's Danny Figueredo. I own a brand activations and festival curating agency, as well as a DJ agency called Connect Entertainment. We've been going now for about 5 years, but I've been in the entertainment space for going on 14 years. Entertaining is my passion. I suppose we'll dive more into sort of the logistics and the backgrounds a bit later on in the show.
Thank you so much. Luna, can you please introduce yourself? Luna, are you there? Oh my gosh, guys, the network is so bad. Like today is not the day. Hey?
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Luna.
Yes, we can get
on.
Tabi, so are you there? He's not there, ne?
It's gone.
Okay, I will just continue with you guys right now. Kingsley, would you please tell us how you discovered your skills and talent to get into the field?
Basically, I'm
Kingsley, can you
from
hear me?
yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you
Yeah, I
hear
can
me?
hear you.
Yes. Basically, I'm from
Yes, I
a
can hear
musical
you.
background family. Like my dad loves music. My mom, my sister, they're in a church choir. and my other sister, she loves music also. So I also loved music, but I was more into house music as I'm the youngest at home. I remember I was in tertiary and I had all the music you can ever think of, especially when coming to us genre. So there was this other day, there was this guy. There's a club where I used to live in tertiary, like called Mariston. And there was this one night, and this guy was like, "Hey, guy, I know you got some music. Can you just come and play and just give it a shot?" And mind you, I didn't know anything like what to press, what to do, what to switch, and all this stuff. But I told myself, well, you know what? I won't let myself down. I'll go because of I love music and I love house music, and I always wanted to play music for people because of I had music, but I couldn't play for people. So that night I went up and I rented a writable disc. I remember it was a one disc. My first ever song to play. It was One More Time. The club went crazy, and they even demanded me to play it again. So I did play it again. So this other guy was next to me, the DJ who invited me, and he was like, you know what? After everything else, he was like, you know what? You don't know how to DJ. I know you love music and you want to play music, but let me just teach you how to DJ because I can see you have passion in music. And that's how it happened. And I went to his room at that time. He gave me his equipment, and the equipment was there, was set and on. He was like, you know what? Do what you think is right. And I started doing what I thought was right. He was just there listening, and he didn't even say anything, didn't comment. And then I was like, am I doing right? He's not like, no, continue to play. Then I continued playing. At the end of everything, he was like, you know what? This is what you need to do. He showed me the first beat because of it was with vinyls. He showed me the first beat. He showed me how to balance the tracks. He told me how to listen to the track that's playing on the headset more than the one that's playing on the speakers. So that's how it came about, and I continued on doing that. And the funny part about it, it was the year that I was going for my 21st. And then my dad asked me, should I buy you a sound or do you want a car? And then I said to my dad, you know what, please buy me a sound. He was like, are you serious? Are you choosing a sound over a car? I was like, you know what, please buy me a sound. My dad bought me a sound. I was still in tertiary, and the rest is history. I continued practicing up until I perfected my craft. And that's when I saw, you know what, I actually have this talent on DJing coming from the musical family background. And I went back to my hood, Mushakeng, whereby nobody knew that I was a DJ or I know how to DJ and stuff. My friends used to visit me, but they were not sure about my skills or my talent. And then I remember there was a place called Times Cafe. It was owned by the guy, the late Monde Koyama. That's the guy who gave me a platform in my hood. And it was like, I used to play, but he said Bear, and I used to play there. He was like, don't give up. Because of we can hear that you have an ear for music. Just that you are not at that level or you are perfect and all this stuff. Then I didn't give up, even though I got this bad feedback that way you're playing this, you're playing trash, all the stuff. But I told myself, you know what, I'll do this thing up until I get it right. That's when I knew that, you know what, actually DJing is my passion. Because I never gave up on it, regardless of whatever happened in my life and whatever negative feedback that I got from the hood or wherever I got played. Even in parties, weddings, 21st birthdays, I used to hire my sound there, and I'll go there and have an assistant that will assist me while I was playing there, so that I don't get tired. Because once you get tired, that's when you make a lot of mistakes. So yeah, basically that's how it started up until where I am right now.
Thank you so much, King. All right, so Tabiso,
Hear me or see me now?
Tabiso, can you hear us?
Can you guys? Yes, I can hear you guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Yeah, can you
Yes,
please introduce yourself and yeah,
Can you hear me? Okay, cool.
introduce yourself, King.
Name is Aketa. I'm basically in the TV and entertainment industry. It all started in 1997. I was actually still in high school. I remember very well. Back in the days, we used to have what they call Saturday schools. And my journey actually started at Gem 8. I remember going to Saturday school, and I was told that I had some guys actually talking, saying that the audition at the Gem 8, and I didn't go to school on that day. I followed the guys to the SNEC, and when I got there, I found out that lucky enough, actually, I could go through for the audition. But fast forward after the auditions, after I was a contestant on the I kept on going back to the just to learn about that. And every time I would go there, Jen Eddie would actually do the recording. And I remember some approached a guy named I didn't even know he was the guy. And I said to him, "Hey, dude, listen, I want to be an audience coordinator with you guys, and I can do it for free, And they gave me the job. Fast forward 6-7 months later, I was offered the production runner, but of the plan there, And then in 2019, when I finished summit, in 2000.
Tabo, your network is breaking. I'm just going to. Okay, Denny, can you? Denny, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you please tell us how did you discover your talent and skills and to tap into your field?
Sure. So I actually got thrown into the entertainment space by accident. I was still in university, and a friend of mine started a nightclub, and he needed a bartender. So I started bartending for him, earning money on the side while studying. And I must have worked there for about a year and a half, and I thought, let me try and throw my first party. And we threw a student night, which was like 14 years ago. I was 21. So we threw a student night at this nightclub. It was out in the north suburbs of Johannesburg. And ever since then, like the first night that we threw was really good. And then we kicked off like a small little season at the nightclub, the student night. I think it was maybe about 3 or 4 months. And we moved over to another nightclub called Nikki Beach out in the East Rand of Johannesburg, in Boksburg. And we threw student nights there for about 8 years. We were the biggest student night in South Africa. We used to do between 1,500 and 2,000 kids a night every Thursday. And then obviously as time goes on, your your crowd kind of grows old with you. So we started throwing sort of boutique weekend events for the older crowd while still carrying on with our student nights. And then I went through a partnership split with then partners, and I went on my own because we kind of had our differences in where we wanted the business to head, and I wanted to focus more on sort of the lifestyle, the experiential side of the entertainment industry, and they wanted to carry on with the electronic dance music scene. And that's when I started Connect Entertainment, which was 5 years ago. And yeah, since we started Connect, pre-COVID, we would host all of the Black Coffee shows, Goldfish shows, all the stuff at the Silver Sun hotels, Mont Casino. So we'd host anything between 8 to 10 large-scale music festivals a year. Subsequently to that, we started a DJ agency. We would groom artists and kind of either join our rank or move on, or we'd find radio stations for them to convert. To a point where we actually groomed a lot of the artists for 5FM and now for 7. Now we've obviously had to shift our focus from being a festival curating agency to more of a brand activating agency. So that's where our main focus is. And a brand that we've just started now called Africa My Playground, which is kind of a beautiful unison between tourism and entertainment, which that's doing really well. So our main focus is on that at the moment. But yeah, that's pretty much me and Connect in a nutshell. I wouldn't change it for anything else, to be honest with you.
Nice. So thank you so much, Danny. Nosa, are you ready? Nosa? You're on mute. Mute.
Sorry.
Okay, take it away.
Hi guys, my name is Nosa. I actually started this acting when I was 14 years old. I heard about this other agency and we had Saturday classes, actually workshops. Then we were trained how to act and a lot of stuff around acting thing. So it started when I was 14. Okay. Then I got my first role on Scandal, which was on 2013. Since then, I never gave up on my dream. Then I pushed. That's how I fell in love with acting. And like the journey has been amazing, tough. Like it's like a patience. Then if you're not patient enough, then like this is not for you. So this year I got a call from my agency. I understand, and he told me that I should audition for a role on this one. I was so happy because I've been waiting, guys. Like you have to be patient. So I've been waiting for my big breakthrough. So when he called, I was so surprised and I was so excited. Then I auditioned for the role and I got the part. Fortunately enough. Then yeah, like you gotta push. And that's all I can say.
Thank you. Luna, are you ready?
Hi. I'm good. I'm ready. Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, take it away.
Hi, guys. Apologize for the delay. My name is Luna. So I'm an artist, a recording artist. So I own a company called LSM Entertainment in partnership with Mojalefa Tebe for New Factory. And so I've been in the business for quite some time. I think I started when I was 9 years old, doing music, dance, and everything around art. But professionally at 19, that's when I made a decision actually to like, I'm going for art, and this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So I've been a recording artist, and I'm still a recording artist. I've been gigging a lot, doing a lot of gigs. So yeah, I like to do music. I'm a songwriter, by the way, and studied jazz, majored in piano, and yeah, so that's just my life around music. So we keep doing the best. We keep trying to get ourselves out there using social media. Since that we've been experiencing the whole lockdown thing, but yeah, that's just me in a nutshell.
Thank you so much. Um, so um, I'd like to ask. Okay, so Luna, you have your own company. So I'm going to ask
Yeah.
you and Danny, what other business opportunities are there in your different spaces of expertise? What opportunities are there that people are not aware of? So Danny, you can take it away.
Sure. So I think in my industry, I mean, historically we've been all about sort of the large scale event. Large scale, I say anything between sort of 8 and 15,000 people. That's obviously gone away with COVID and social distancing and capacities being limited. I'd say that the opportunities at the moment are lying with brands. A lot of brands have held budgets behind, especially because of the uncertainty with regards to COVID. So when sort of COVID kind of stabilizes and brands can start executing again, I think you need to be front and center with those brands. And you need to be different, you need to be unique. Like I can't reiterate that enough. There's a lot of promoters, brand agencies that are just pushing out the normal sort of outlines or brand strategies. And I think we're going to see a big influx of brands activating, whether it's in sort of the commercial space or eventing space. But the brands that succeed are the brands that are going to be doing unique experiences. We're working on a brand show towards the end of the year that's probably going to be the talk of the town, purely because of how out the box we're thinking. And I think that's where talking about lies is you need to be so far out there that you get noticed. And I mean, if you're in this industry just for sort of financial gain, you're not going to be able to excel in it, because there's just so many people that are willing to do the same work cheaper. And that's where you've kind of got to draw the line. You've got to know that your brand or your idea or your strategy is the best because of the amount of work you put into it, and charge accordingly. And yeah, I think if you can target sort of the brands right now, especially going into summer, I think you'll be on top. If you kind of think that you're going to stay behind and wait and expect sort of the old normal to come back, I think you're in for a rude awakening. I think you've got to understand that this is sort of a new world, and you've got to adapt and you've got to learn very quickly, because if you don't, you might as well leave the industry. And again, it comes down to passion. Like if you're passionate about what you're doing, that passion will follow through in your work. And that's kind of what our ethos is. It's, passion meets execution meets clients' needs. So yeah, I think if we can target brands and if we come up with really cool ideas, then you'll be front and center. If not, I think you're going to fall by the wayside.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Luna, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. This my network is delayed as well. So yeah, will you also touch on what business opportunities are there in your field that people are not aware of?
I think it's not an issue of people not being aware of opportunities. I think it's more of exposure. I think also look, this COVID situation has made things quite tricky for a lot of artists, and especially in the space, because we can really explore what's available in front of us. Remember, we used to get bookings prior COVID, and now it's difficult to get bookings. So I think the best thing you can do for yourself is to just exploit, take advantage of the social space that you have, use as much social media as you can, get as many contacts as you can, build relationships with people, because I'm sure there is going to be life after COVID, but in the meantime, I don't see much that we can do other than just being in our space and doing social media. Push as much as you can on social media, because then there's no COVID day and you've got as much time to can work on your content and to can work on what you want the world to see you from. And also be creative. I mean, do something that's never really been done. Oh, well, everything has been done, but try and be a little bit more creative in your social space, so you can at least get as much following as you can, get as many, and get recognized. I think that's where most of the opportunities will come from, because right now it's a little bit tricky with everything being on lockdown and shut down. It's kind of difficult for a lot of artists. So yeah, taking advantage of your social media spaces is the best route to take right now. And like he has mentioned earlier, work with people, build partnership, try and associate yourself with different brands and partner with different people and see what can come out of it, just so you can sustain yourself. It's not about money, but you do understand that we all gotta survive, and once the world is on shutdown, or South Africa is on shutdown, it's really difficult to sort of earn a living, especially when you're in the entertainment space, because of the whole COVID situation. But prior that, we're hoping that you would have worked hard enough to build yourself in your own space, enough to get yourself to the next level and recognition, and yeah.
Thank you. Tavi, so can you hear us? I'm gonna try and put you back on. Oh my god. So Nomsa and Kingsley, if you went like if you went like artists, what business venture would you tap into, and why that specific one? If not, why not? Kingsley, you can take it away.
Pardon, your question was?
So if you weren't a DJ, né? And you were offered an opportunity to start your own business, what would you start venturing into?
I don't think I've really had a specific business in mind that I could tap into if I wasn't a DJ. But because of my previous corporate work experience, I realized that I do have this potential on working with people, because of I was a salesperson. So I saw that, and I learned the salesperson space or the marketing space, and different types of people, how to build relationships with them, and how to maintain those relationships, how to go out and find new businesses out there. So as I'm talking right now, I did tap into something similar to that, because of I'm selling Avon right now. So I'm selling Avon right now, and it's because of that sales mentality, that sales drive, that sales passion that I have and seeing how to interact with people. And by the way, the best principle or the best tool to make it in the sales field is having a best relationship with your customers, especially when things are not going right. Because that's when you need to take care of your customers. If maybe there are delays of their orders or their product or something is wrong with them, you need to be there and give them solutions, keep them calm, give them that knowledge of yes, things are delayed because of one, two, three, but don't worry, you'll get what you have ordered. So it's difficult. It's not easy because of now you get there are people who don't even want to hear your story, but you have to make sure that they do hear your story, like like it or not. So what I could do right now is I could tap into the sales industry or the marketing industry, whether it's physical or it's digital or whatever the case may be. I think I could tap on it. I think that's one thing I could really start doing.
Thank you. Namsa, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay,
So
take it away.
if I wasn't okay, so if I wasn't in this entertainment industry, I would probably be owning my own salon because I love hair. I've been doing hair since I was very young. So yeah, I think I'll probably be having my own salon and yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Uh, so, Tabiso, can you hear us? And he's got a lot to say.
Hmm.
Hey, your mic is on mute. Tabiso, he's frozen. Okay, guys, let's just continue. So, I'd like us to discuss two things in this manner. Um, I'm gonna read out this. So, I want us to discuss the importance of building and maintaining relationships in the industry. In most cases, when people um, think that they have arrived in that specific industry, they become pompous, because they even forget where they come from, because ego and pride comes to play. So how do you guys keep yourself humble and grounded and not let your hard work get the best of you? So Kingsley, did you hear me? Did you get me? Okay, so you can take it away.
One thing about that is keeping in contact with people or making contact with people is a bit tricky because of sometimes you'll go out there, make contact, keep in touch, and people will use you. And when they are done with you, they will put you on the sideline. So it's a bit tricky on
Mm-hmm.
building the communication and how others will you will meet them, you have that relationship, build that relationship, only to find out that you are only a threat to them, and they will make everything and all the means not to make you prosper. So it's a very tricky thing to really, I get by to really maintain,
Sustain.
if I could put it that way. It's a really tricky thing to maintain. But one thing I've realized, once you are at the top, I'm telling you about I'm telling you about me right now. I'm a local DJ. I'm well known where I'm from, West Point, and I don't think I've ever presented myself as the Kingsley. Because of a lot are looking up to me, but I don't really shift them on the side or make them feel that no, you can't talk to me or don't come close to me or also, even though we do have different days or different moments, because of I can't always you get to a club or a pub people are happy for you, and when now you have your own problems, your own personal problems, but you need to step up, you need to change the mood, you need to show them that you are also happy, you are happy to see them as much as they are happy to see you. So being humble is not it's leaving your problems at home and going out there and deliver what you need, what you are called for, what you are booked for, and which is making people dance and making people happy. Uh, One thing I've known, I've worked with a well-known artist and DJs, whereby I even saw that, you know what, sometimes you'll think that sticking to well-known people or celebrities, it's the way of making it. It could be a way, but sometimes it's not. Because of now, you'll be there and you'll be their shadow instead of you being you and being out there. You'll end up being their shadow. You'll go wherever you go with them, having all those freebies, going to gigs for free, getting free booze, free accommodation, but you'll end up being a shadow to those people instead of being yourself and going out there and showing out the talent to the world or to the world. So it's a really tricky thing to really maintain or to understand or to decide on whether it's genuine or not. So my advice will be just be humble, keep on doing what you do best. There's someone out there who will see you, who will see your potential, who will come directly to you and take you from point A to point B, or from point B to point C. There are people who are willing to help you out there instead of always hanging around celebrities, DJs, and all those stuff. Yes, they will help you, but not every time. If I could rate it, it's only two out of five that will actually help you. The rest, you'll be their shadow. They'll use you. They'll do whatever they need to benefit themselves and all those stuff. So I would just say, just be you, be humble. Whenever you are being congratulated or let me say your area talks about you or they acknowledge you, they love them back, show them love, be there for them, be with them, just be you so that they can see what you know what your talent is there behind the desk because of I'm a DJ and I can't take my talent to wherever I go. I should be the normal person, and I really wish that should I make it, should I have a breakthrough, I could still live a normal life so that people can understand that your talent shouldn't be a tool for you to undermine people or to look down on people or to feel that you are more important than any other person. You should be a people's person because of you are dealing with people. Those people will make you or they can break you, regardless of your talent. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Kingsley. Nicely said. Jenny, are you ready?
Sure. I think what a lot of people don't really realize is humility and hard work always trumps. So, like in the entertainment industry, everybody's out for that first single, that big hit, that massive show, that they don't realize the hard work that goes behind it. And as quick as you've built it is as quick as you'll fall. So I think what I'm trying to get with this is this industry, it's always about the long race. If you're passionate about this industry, I don't really think the money and the ego matters much. For me, it's about seeing people happy and seeing people having a good time. And if I have to turn around and start either throwing money around with the cars or treating customers or suppliers or brands badly, those suppliers, brands, or customers aren't going to come back to my show. So for me, it's always about making people as happy as possible, and that makes me want to carry on with the industry. I go to bed thinking about how I can make my experiences better for the customers. And if I'm making the experience better for the customers, you're automatically taking the ego out of it. because it's not about me, it's about them. And I think the minute people, especially in the entertainment industry, start realizing that the industry is not about them, it's about your fans or your customer base and how you please them, whether it's music, whether it's events, whether it's concerts, it's always going to be about the fans. You start throwing your ego into that, you're going to be losing fans. And I think that's why a lot of artists, especially in South Africa, make it really big, because they're really talented at what they do, but then they start letting the ego take over, and the lifespan of these artists is only like 4 or 5 years, and then they start falling by the wayside. So I think if you're really passionate about the industry, then the ego really never plays a part of it. I think that's when you start differentiating between whether somebody's in the industry for financial gain and ego, or if somebody's really passionate about it. And you'll see it as time goes on. Those kind of people, that the egotistical people, will fall by the wayside, whereas the people that are really passionate will succeed and have a longer future in the industry. Yeah, I think that's it for me. Thanks.
Thank you so much. I like that. Nosa, are you ready? Okay, take it away.
Okay, guys. Nah, for my side, I've never let ego or maybe pride or me making it big in the other way. I take people as they take me. So if Otaka bad energy towards me and you feel like, oh no, now when we're not vibing, then I just cut you off. And if I feel like, okay, this person, I can work with him, okay, I can work with her, or nalenera vibe, then they will link a thing. That's it. That's just me. I've never felt I'm bigger than other people just because I've been on Uskiso or I've been on Scandal or in. So, yeah, like Danny Abu right there. No, don't let ego take what. It's got to like ego. Yeah.
Okay. Luna, are you ready?
Yeah.
Take it away.
Look, for me, I think there's a really thin line between when it comes to issues of maintaining relationships. And I've realized that a lot of people are uncomfortable with change. So when I mean changes, sometimes artists go through different phases. And when you start, obviously you'd be at a point where you manage yourself, you're trying to get yourself out there, you're trying to get people to see and understand what you're all about. And there's obviously going to be 1 or 2 people out there that's going to be spotting out your talent or spotting out what you're doing. And like, for instance, when you get a manager, I've had an experience where for a very long time I was managing myself. As soon as I started signing up on management deals and all of that, people, well, at least, let me just say, people that are working in these pubs and places that I used to knock at trying to find a job and sustaining myself, now look at you and be like, well, you've changed. We are not happy with the fact that we can no longer reach you directly. Those are some of the things that artists go through. And it's really difficult to now go to that person and say, but you do understand that with every business, there needs to be change and there needs to be growth. So hence I'm saying it's a little bit tricky when it comes to issues of maintaining relationships, because some people are not necessarily happy with the fact that you no longer do things a certain way. And so it would be issue earlier, she's got pride. Oh, we can no longer reach her. There's ego coming to play. Or she thinks she's making it. You understand? So for me, it's who wants you will have you. Who wants to stick around you will stick around you. And who doesn't, I mean, there's nothing much you can do about it. The most important thing is to just make sure that from your side, you don't encourage bad blood. You just keep your business clean as possible so that it doesn't come back to haunt you. Just remain humble and stick to your ground. Know what you want. I mean, you can never really satisfy everybody. So yeah, it is what it is. Thank you.
Oh, I think you're on mute.
You're mute, Mulebukeng.
Sorry, my bad, my bad.
My bad.
Tabiso, can you hear us?
I can hear you guys. I'm struggling with the network, and I'm so sorry. I think if you can ask a question, I can be able to answer. But I've lost out on a lot of things.
So yeah, you can share some light on what we're currently discussing. Did you get the question?
I didn't get the question actually.
So I was asking
Can you repeat?
I was asking about how do you keep yourself grounded in your work space? Because sometimes when people think they have
How
made
do I
it in
do
the
what?
entertainment industry, how do you keep yourself grounded and humble? And the importance of maintaining and building relationships. Because when you start to get into the entertainment industry, some people tend to be pompous because their ego comes to play. They think they've made it. So how do you keep yourself grounded and humble and build the relationships?
Honestly speaking, what kept me grounded, that's the fact that I also started in this industry at a very young age. So by the time I was wary of what's happening around me, it was no longer fascinating me. If you understand what I'm saying. And obviously, me keeping the same friends helped me to kind of ground myself because they just saw me as Tabiso. They didn't see me as Tabiso that's working on TV, Tabiso that's worked with so and so, who has a big name, Tabiso who's worked at such and such a show. Keeping the same company of friends actually kept me grounded to where I am now. But it's very dangerous because when you work in this industry, you keep on meeting new people at all the times. And if you don't have that backbone of going back and understanding yourself, trust you me, the trap is very, very easy for you to fall in and become pampas and think that you are better than the industry. But the bottom line is that nobody is bigger than the industry. You are as good as your last job. You are as good as your first job. So I think for me, keeping the same company of friends helped me a lot to be grounded. Did you get that? Are you still with me, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying, are you still with me? Did you get what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
we
We
did.
get you.
So while you're still there, can you please touch on what trends should people be abreast of in the entertainment industries and what trends they should avoid in the industry?
I didn't get the question. Can you repeat it again?
I'm asking you, can you, okay, let me do this.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
You can hear me.
Yeah.
So I'm asking, what trends should people be abreast of in your industry, né? And what trends they should avoid?
I think I'd speak on the trends that they should avoid. Like I mentioned earlier on, uh, people must just stop thinking that they are bigger than the industry itself. You know, uh, be wary of the people that are around you. That's number one. Uh, be try as much as you can to try and create your own content. Try and create your own contacts. take anybody for granted. You would never know that they hold. So people just he doesn't have a flashy car or he doesn't have a flashy house. He doesn't have the power to plug in or contact to every.
Oh, we've lost Tabiso. Easy man. Can you hear us? Easy man.
Sure. Hi. Yeah.
So please,
Can you hear me?
yes, I can. Please introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Izimen Gomza. I'm an actor. I own an agency. I'm an agent, and then which is called Shilabeko Media Production. I'm also a voiceover artist. Yeah, a vocalist. Actually, media, films, and entertainment. That's what I do.
And then, how did you discover your skills and talents to get into that industry?
Actually, growing up as a pianist, because I can also play piano, and then growing up in a rural area, where I mean, after finishing up my high school, my matric, I came to Joburg. I met this other friend of mine. He's an actor. He's in the industry already. So actually, what happened? I had to accompany him for the auditions, and then when we get there, I was given like a chance to give it a try, and yeah, things happened after that, and I was discovered as one of those people who might do better in future. You understand? So after that, I started like getting the hookups. I had these other agents which I'm not gonna mention, and then they took me to Ufelani. That's when I had to go and play a lead for the very first time. Having a dialogue on set, I had to play a lead, and then I made it. It was the best documentary ever. And then after that, I decided to also register my own agency. Then so far we're doing good, even though we don't have a lot of clients, but we are pushing. We are pushing, and things are happening. So I do all those things. I still have to act. I still have to run a company. I still have to take care of music talents. You understand? I still have to do some other things. So yeah.
And then, what? How do you keep yourself humble and grounded in the entertainment industry?
I beg your pardon. Please repeat the question again.
I'm asking, how do you keep yourself humble and grounded? A lot of people take big egos when they are in the industry.
True that, you are right, but then to me it wasn't a matter of of a fame. You understand? Sometimes because I'm not doing this for money or fame, and the more you humble yourself, the more I humble myself, is the more people appreciate working with me. Because if you cannot practice, to humble yourself in public or anywhere, you understand, whenever you come across those big productions, maybe for a small role, they might only work with you just for once and never come back to you because of your attitude and everything. So I believe that sometimes as an actor, you need to take things easy. You understand, for you to be able to get besides getting more followers, but then to get where you want to be, you need to humble yourself. That's what I believe. And you don't have to I mean, you don't have to show off, like, or maybe to talk about how big you are whenever you come across people, because sometimes you're gonna have to work with the small productions, like local productions, after working with those big productions, and then when you get there, you just want to show off. You just want to show them like what you know, what you did before. You understand? So it's good to practice, like, just to practice how to live a normal life. You understand?
Thank you so much, Easy Man. So,
Mm.
Kingsley, uh, can you kindly tell us what trends should people be abreast of, and what trends they should avoid in your space?
Mulabukeng?
Yes,
Yeah, I was saying your speaker is not really clear. Can you repeat that?
I'm asking what trends should people be abreast of, and what trends they should actually avoid being in the DJing space.
Uh, Basically, I could say, the trend of, personally, I don't believe in the trend of playing for other DJs more than playing for the crowd or playing for the people. Because of playing for DJs, the DJs know music already. So why are you paying for them instead of paying for people out there who you need to introduce music to them, whom you need to play their popular songs, whom you need to play your taste of music. So in all that, you can't. I think DJs should avoid this trend of playing for their fellow DJs because of now, it's only a minority of DJs instead of playing for the majority of the crowd or the people that you are playing for. Uh, and what I could say, the trend that they could really use or tap into is a trend of always, always, always going out there and finding new music, search for music, download music, buy music. You know, it's good to have hits, by the way, to have radio hits, to have nationwide hits. But now those hits they come and go, and as they come and go, you'll be there. What you gonna do next? So you should practice downloading music, listening to music, and listen to different genres, by the way. Not only house, you can listen to gospel, you can listen to jazz, because of all those type of genres, they delve into house music or whatever genre that you are DJing for. And I remember there was this other time, and I'm still thinking it's still in the pipeline for me to be a gospel DJ because of I love gospel, and I have never really heard or seen a gospel DJ, and it's something that I'd love to adventure into, so that people understand it's not only about house music. Yeah, there are a whole lot of genres out there that can one be a DJ for. So that's something that I could advise other DJs to, you know, to make a trend of it. Or if nobody local house on there's R&B, it's making it big right now. Souls and R&B genre, it's making it big out there. People are trying to talk small about it, but it's actually going out there and it's out there. So people should try other genres if maybe you can't really mix. Because I know with R&B you don't really need to mix there. If you can, yes, you can. But if you can, as long as you're playing nice music and you know your stuff, you know your taste, people love your taste. That's what you can stick on. But DJs should avoid playing for DJs because of now it will be your only DJs that will be dancing to your songs, and those DJs are not the ones who will be recommending you. By the way, because of people out there will be recommending you. I always get calls, random calls or texts from people I don't know, and they will tell me, "Hey, I first heard you at Le Java's Bar and Grill, I'm having a graduation party. Can you please? You see, that's one of the things that you can make it a trend to play for people.
Thank you so much. Kingsley, while you're still on that, what type of genre do you play?
Now I call myself a versatile DJ. I can
Okay.
play kwaito, I can play house, I can play high soul and R&B. Those are the three genres that I can play, that I can really play. But now coming to the house genre, I can play all the subgenres, whether it's Afrotech, whether it's dance hall, whether it's Chrome, whether it's Amapiano, whether it's deep house, whether it's lounge. I can play all this. That's why I call myself a versatile DJ, and I use it to my advantage because of that's when you are booked for a wedding. A wedding, it's not a house wedding occasion. You should know how to play to take them from point A to point B. You should know the skill of what type of music you need to play when people are still eating. What type of music you need to play when you know people are coming in to the reception or whatever they call it. That's the skill that you need to have. So that's what I call myself a versatile DJ because of I love going through. I love going to those occasions, the weddings, the graduation parties, your first birthday or birthday parties, so that I can learn to play my music to different people by the different ages. Because of you find your elders, your young ones, the young one will come and ocupa mapiano, and then the elder one ocupa Jonas Gwangwa and Baba Tawile Sayano. So you need to understand the skill of taking them from point A to point B so that you gradually accommodate and cater for everyone.
Thank you. Luna, are you ready? Luna? You're on mute. Luna? Hello. Luna, are you ready? It's your turn.
I'm ready, guys. Sorry. Internet is showing us flames today. Trends. Hey, it's a very well for artists. Sometimes trends work to advantage. Doing what is currently popular can be an entry point for you. You never really know. So personally, for me, I'm a soul lover, but I wouldn't necessarily want to box myself in. So I prefer exploring different genres. So when I get booked to pubs, I prefer soul music, and I sing and play soul music. So I as much as we want to talk about trends and analyze them for what to look out for, I think do what works for you. For me, it's just working with what the people want. Kingsley has said it, working with what the people want. And at some point, it's important to just be versatile and try out something different all the time. You understand? Even if it's not trending, make it trend or try and make it trend. And if it's trending, try and make it work for you. I think that's just the best thing I can say for now.
Thank you so much. Danny, did you touch on trends?
Nah.
Okay,
I don't really have much of an opinion on trends, though.
Is it?
Yeah, for me, it's do whatever makes you happy, man. Like following trends, not following trends, if it makes you happy, it doesn't really matter. If it's your passion, then go straight for it. Whether it is trends, whether it's the hype train now with artists on the Afrotech or the Amapiano sound, if that's what you're passionate about, do it. If you're not passionate about it, you're passionate about R&B or something, do it. My firm belief throughout my career is I'll do whatever makes me happy, and the money will follow. You know, for me, I've never been about jumping on trends or following what somebody else is doing, because that's not what I'm passionate about. So, if I'm going to do a show, I'm going to do the show because I enjoy the show, or I think the show people will enjoy. And I'm not doing the show to follow somebody else's successes. That's never been my business model. But yeah, that's why I don't really have much opinion on it. I've always just been firmly of the belief of do whatever makes you happy, and the money will follow, the successes will follow. But yeah, like following trends or not following trends or staying away from trends, that's no real value to me, because that doesn't determine my happiness or where I want my business to go. If that makes sense.
All right. And Danny, which of your concert is the biggest concert, and why do you think so? Why do you think it's the biggest? What's so special about the concert?
In terms of capacities, or in terms of like what are the shows that I love doing the most?
You can touch on both.
Sure. In terms of capacities, the biggest one we've done I would probably have to say was the Africa is not a jungle. We did that one for Black Coffee, and that was about 15,000 people. Yeah. In terms of my favorite show that I've ever done, I'd probably have to say, sure, man, it's hard to say because I love all of them. There's something very beautiful and unique with every single show that I produce, whether it's the lineups or the entertainment that we do for the day, or the choreographed shows, or the pyros. There's every show has got a soul of its own, and every show is sort of my baby. So for me to pinpoint exactly which is my favorite show, I'd probably have to say was the last show we did, because that's the last real big memory of a good show that we did, which was New Year's Eve 2019, and that was actually also with Black Coffee. So yeah, I'd say that was my favorite show up till now, but that's purely because that was the last show that I've done. So yeah, let's see what happens when we're allowed to do shows again, which hopefully we'll be allowed to do towards the end of the year, please God.
I'm looking forward to coming to one of your shows. It's been a while.
With pleasure. You let me know.
Easy man.
Hi.
So what trends should people be abreast of or look or avoid in your space?
I missed you. I didn't hear anything. Can you repeat again?
I'm asking what trends should people look out for in your acting space, and what trends they should avoid.
The trend that people should look out for, like when it comes to my acting skill.
Yeah, your acting space.
The question is, what trends should people look out when it comes to my acting skill, right?
Yeah, you can touch on that.
Okay. In terms of my acting skill, okay, so far I still call myself an upcoming actor, and the plan here is, I'm not sure if I'll be covering all your questions, but then the plan here is not like to stick in one character. You understand? The one challenge, there is a lot of challenge actually when it comes to acting. But what I want, like on my side, what I want to achieve or to accomplish when it comes to my acting skills is to know how to act all the kind of characters, and also it's not only the acting that I'm planning to. It's not only the acting that I'm looking at, also in producing, the directing things, skills, and all those things. and also having my own academy where people can come and learn a lot. You understand? And another thing, I would love to see myself like maybe in United States, doing those movies, like, you understand, and without going to school. Because me myself, I didn't go to school for all those things that I'm doing. I It's all about talent, and I'm not sure if again, uh, so far people maybe are happy with my my acting skills, but then to me, I still think like I owe a lot in this industry as an upcoming artist, and yeah.
Thank you. Namza?
Okay, I guess we all have different opinions about this trending thingy. But what I would say is you should avoid a lot of things. Like Luna was saying, you avoid, you don't get to be seen. You stick with whatever people are doing. You get to be seen, and you'll never know who's watching, and you'll never know who's one interested in what you do. So, what I'm doing, like I take videos of myself acting, then I put it on Facebook, on Instagram, then yeah, that's what I do. That's all I can say.
Okay.
You should
So,
avoid certain things.
okay.
And again, you should not avoid. I don't know what to say actually. Like,
Okay.
avoid.
So guys, okay, so I've got two last questions and then we are closing. So I think, can you just incorporate them in one? Ne? So what I'd like to find out from you guys, why is it so difficult to break into the entertainment industry, and what keeps you guys motivated? So Kingsley, are you ready?
Yeah.
Take it away.
What? Let me start by saying what keeps me going is I have faith and I have belief in myself, and I no matter how long it takes, I think Danny mentioned it before. No matter how long it takes, because it's a long-term game. You can't just wake up today just because of people love you and then you think you're up there. It's a long journey, and the belief that I have in myself and the faith that I have in myself actually tells me each and every day that I will make it. And I do believe that I will make it. It can be in my 30s, 40s, 50s. I will still enjoy doing music because of that one thing that's driving me to keep on doing, trying every different angles of how can I make it through in the entertainment industry. I remember there was this other time I was submitting my mixes to Josie FM, and how it came about. It's something that can happen at any time because I was booked at this other club, the Joint in Kagiso, and I went there as normal, and I was playing after this other gentleman, only to find out that the gentleman was from Josie FM. I didn't know.
I think we lost Kingsley there.
He didn't know me. I didn't know him. The promoter at the joint was like, there's this other guy was like asking for your numbers last night, and I was like, who? He's like, no, I can't tell you who he is, but should I give him your numbers? I was like, yeah, go ahead. And then he gave me my number. The guy called me the same time. He called me. He was like, hey, guy, how are you? You know what you did last night is something that I'm not usually used to. The music that you were playing, I understand it's the genre that you are used to, but how you played it, how you selected it, how you went about it, it's something else. It was like, don't you want to submit your mixes at Joseph? And I was like, are you for real? He's like, yeah, I'm for real. Just do your mixes. He asked me, do you have mixes? I was like, no, I don't have mixes. Like, do mixes ASAP. And submit them to me. I'll give you the link, I'll give you the email, and you submit them. So fast forward, anything can happen at any time. That's what keeps me going. That there's someone out there, and I'll always believe it. There's someone out there who will see beyond what people who are used to you see, who will see beyond what you can really see, who will be there at the right time, at the right moment for you, waiting for you. And those people are being placed by God, by the way, because of nothing just happened out of nowhere. Those people will be placed by God, and you will make it through. The hardest thing about making through, our industry has a lot of gatekeepers, people who have made it, but they want to be there and they don't want to let anyone. I remember there was a hashtag sometime last year, or was it early this year? Oh, I think it was last year. Yeah, open the industry. Like people are that hashtag. It really, when I went through the comments, the tweets, it made me realize that there are a lot of gatekeepers in this industry. People who want everything to themselves, who want all to themselves, who want to be known, only them to be known, who want to have everything. And the pie is big, or the cake is big. We can all share this pie and all benefit from it. Only we are not selfish, and we also have to understand that at some point we won't be alive. Sorry to mention that, but there will be people who will be taking over. So you can't be there and be a gatekeeper, as you know, making everything difficult for people to go through or to make it through. And remember, they are also making out of passion and talent, and they want to make a living out of it as much as you are doing a living out of it. So it's very important to always spot other talents, the young ones that are coming, so that they could be the one. By the way, it's not only you having a breakthrough directly, but you could be nurturing or helping someone, only to find that they will help you at the later stage, and that's how you're gonna make it. So gatekeepers, hey, they are a real obstacle.
Thank you so much. So true, Kingsley. Like, abafibana babangithanda, it's like they just want everything for themselves, eh? And they must understand there is always going to be someone who's going to be competition, especially upcoming talent, like you mentioned. There's someone who's going to be doing something better. But yeah, like, I don't know what's going to happen to fix this issue of gatekeepers. Is there a solution?
I'm not sure if there's a solution, but the only solution is, like you just said, the only solution is you doing it better. That's the only solution. Because when you do it better, one way or another, you'll surpass them, because you'll be doing it better. And by you doing it better, you'll show them that it's not only about you, but it's about opening up for the young ones, and uh, 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 making it other people's dreams come true because of you. So I don't think there's a solution, but if you are true to yourself and honest to yourself, you'll know that when you have made it to such an extent, give others a chance to come through also and tap into that, and they should also have their moment.
Yes. Namsa, are you ready?
Okay, kupa ho tlatsa mo Kingsley. Okay, I get you, ne. Give others a chance, but then it's not us. It's not us. We don't choose ourselves for return in the entertainment industry. Maybe ratile ke director or ratile ke producer ya the show. Then aba go offer the job. Then there's nothing you can do. You can't say no to your half or. But then, yeah, I get like it's a struggle to get in the industry in, and like I said earlier on, for it, patience. What's for you will come to you, like with like grant bata. Hence I'm saying, Lena, I struggled. Like now, I saw it's not like I'm fully It's not like I TV. No, I'm not famous, but then I'm trying so hard. Hence, I'm saying I take videos of myself, I push and on Facebook, you post it, on Instagram, you post it, so that people can see me. Like Luna was saying, sometimes the social media, the trend is or whatever we are. So yeah, ke a go utlwa,
So
ke a
what keeps
dumelana.
you what keeps you motivated?
To be honest, ke rata acting. Like I love acting ka pelo ya ka yotlhe. So ke yone ntho e etsang gore ke relaxe and then say it's king nako ya ka le nna e tla fitlha. I'll get there. Gape ke motivatiwa le ke the people around me, the support system that I have. But no, you got this. And every people, but like people who watches my videos, they push me so hard for like on my craft and do better. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Danny, are you ready?
Sure. My advice: work harder and be better than the gatekeepers. But eventually, that passion will shine through, and they're going to either have to take notice or they're going to move aside. This industry, as big as it is, it's very small, and I know you guys mentioned gatekeepers and kind of people blocking the way. But there's from a promoter's point of view, at my side, it's not really a gatekeeper as opposed to me working with people that I can trust and I know and I can count on, as opposed to getting in new talent. That's why I say, like, if you work harder and you're better, people will eventually realize or take notice, and that's kind of what happens in our industry. Is as promoters or as event festival curators, kind of get stuck in your own bubble and work with the guys that can offer you the product or the service that you need, and you kind of lose sight of the smaller guys, which is partly our blame. But that's purely just because we trust these artists or suppliers to do exactly what we want. So that's why if you work harder and you innovate and you're constantly in sort of the line of sight of the artists or the promoters or the guys that curate the lineups, they will eventually have to look at you. And yeah, just keep working, man. Keep working, and if you're not going to get on that lineup, you'll get onto another lineup. If you're not going to get onto that series, you'll get onto another series. It all just comes down to work harder than the person next to you and be better at your job than that person is. And you'll eventually have to get noticed one way or another. It might take a year, it might take 8 years. But if you're that passionate about your job, you'll definitely succeed. It's just a matter of time. But yeah, that's from me.
And then what keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated? I'd say the passion. I keep on bringing it straight back to the passion. When lockdown hit, and for all of us, I think we saw the 21 days of a holiday for our industry. 21 days led to 3 months and 6 months and 9 months, and eventually I think we're now 19 months into it. I've thought many times of shutting my business down and going into a normal 9 to 5, and just the thought of that gives me anxiety, because for me it's not about the money. I mentioned in the beginning, for me it's about entertaining people and seeing smiles on people's faces. So whether I make 5 rand, 500,000 rand off of a show, that's what feeds my soul, is making those people happy. And eventually the money comes. I've never done a show based on how much money I'm going to make off of that show. I've done the show based on how many people can I entertain for those 6 to 10 hours. So as long as the passion still there, I'll keep on doing it. And I don't think that passion will ever die, because I think that's sort of my purpose in life. As a DJ, as a DJ, their purpose is entertaining by playing music. As a promoter or a festival curator, my purpose is putting on a show that people have fun at. And I don't think that'll ever die out. I think at 80 years old, I'm still going to be putting on shows, God willing, and hopefully I'm healthy enough to do something like that. But yeah, I'll always be doing shows throughout my life, purely because the passion fuels me. Like, I'll go to bed thinking about how better I can make the experience. And if you're not doing that as an actress or a DJ or a promoter, then I don't really think that this industry is for you, because this industry will swallow you whole if you're not 100% vested in it. So, yeah, if you've got the passion, you will eventually succeed. It's a matter of time. I think that's it.
Thank you, Danny. Luna, are you there? Are you ready? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Can you please repeat the question again? Sorry.
So the question is, why is it so difficult to get into the entertainment industry, and what keeps you motivated?
I don't think it's difficult. I think it is difficult, but I think we are impatient with ourselves. Look, when we're as artists, we want to position ourselves in a way that people are going to love what we do. But remember, consistency is key, and people want to be sold to something they love, and people want to maintain and sustain what they love. So also, you as an artist, you're trying to tap into people's spaces and trying to feed their interests. So getting yourself to that point is a process. So I think we just need a bit of patience. You need to be very, very patient. Anything can happen at any time. You just need to just keep on getting better at what you're doing, and give yourself patience at time. I mean, after all, it's not difficult. I just think somebody's gonna like you, somebody might not like you, and why not just do what you have to do? An opportunity as it arises, if it's yours, it'll come to you. Yes, we do have gatekeepers. Yes, we do have people that are going to be out there saying, you're not going to play that music on air. You know what? This is our territory. We have that. But if something is really that good, it is really good. And once you've worked on it and you've cooked your pots correctly, I'm telling you, when the time is right, you're going to hit the market. And as to the second question of what keeps me motivated, I think it's me. The reason I say I keep myself motivated is everybody has challenges. It all depends on what you do with them and how you bounce back from everything that you face. And at the end of the day, they can be everybody that's doing whatever around you. They can give you those nice words and whatever that you want to hear. If you yourself are not motivated to stand up and fight for what you believe in, it's not going to happen. You're not going to get it. You understand? So for me, I'm my biggest motivator. My challenge is, as soon as I achieve, as soon as I win this one, as soon as I get it done and I do it correctly, the fire keeps burning. The fire keeps burning. And the thought of working 9 to 5, oh my God, I won't survive. The idea of living a routine lifestyle, waking up this time, sleeping at this time, doing this every single day is not going to work for me. So that on its own is a motivation enough. But besides that, I do motivate myself enough to keep myself in the business and loving the business. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So guys, thank you so much for honoring the invite. It was lovely chatting to you guys and learning from you guys. And I just want to wish you guys well on your business ventures and in your careers. And I wish you more kitchen. I always say that. So, and thanks for tuning in. And I kind of like want to try and challenge people who have dreams and they don't know how to execute it, or people who have skills but don't know how to tap into it. So my challenge is to them is, can they write 5 things that they like? After writing those 5 things that they like, they must try and figure out how they can use that to make money. And if they can't, or they kind of come to a jam, they can inbox me and we can see how we can help you out. Because I call myself a dream chaser enthusiast, because I love to see people win. When I see someone that has potential, I legit want to help them succeed and give them ideas on how to do this, on where to go, give them direction. Like I can literally give you free information, but I'm also running a business. I need to make ka-ching. You can't always be doing free things. But the passion and drive that I have, because I have an eye for spotting talent, I have an eye for coming up with solutions. I have an eye for execution. So whoever has a dream and doesn't know how to execute it, Mo Salute has got you. So thank you guys. I hope you have a lovely day. And that's
Thank
it from me.
you.
Thank you so much
Bye.
for inviting me.
Thank you, guys.
It's such a
Bye.
pleasure.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Sir, this is my closing.